Brusdar Graterol's season likely over after suffering injury during Dodgers' Loss A game that began with a promising start from Clayton Kershaw took a sharp downward turn in the sixth inning Tuesday night, the Dodgers losing reliever Brusdar Graterol to a right hamstring strain just 8 pitches into his season debut, and the Philadelphia Phillies rallying for 3 runs in an eventual 6-2 victory. Manager Dave Roberts said after the game that Graterol was diagnosed with a grade 3, most severe, strain and likely is out for the season. He will be placed on the injured list Wednesday and replaced on the roster by right-hander Michael Grove. A crowd of 47,150 in Chavez Ravine saw the National League East-leading Phillies win for only the third time in 12 games, while the Dodgers had their 3-game win streak snapped and their NL West lead over San Diego reduced to 4 games. Kershaw, in his third start back from November shoulder surgery, gave up 1 earned run and 5 hits in 4 2/3 innings, striking out 5 and walking none, the Phillies scoring their only run off the 36-year-old left-hander on Kyle Schwarber's 5th-inning single. Graterol, who missed the first 4 months of the season because of a shoulder injury, took the mound to start the 6th with a 1-0 deficit and got Bryce Harper to pop out to third before giving up a single to Alec Boehm. But as he delivered a 2-1 sinker to JT Realmuto, Graterol clutched his right hamstring and crumpled on the front of the mound in pain. Graterol had to be helped off the field, his teammates consoling the distraught reliever as he reached the dugout. Brent Honeywell replaced Graterol and completed a walk to Realmuto before giving up an RBI single to Nick Castellanos, a 1-out walk to Brandon Marsh and a 2-out, 2-run single to Edmundo Sosa for a 4-0 Philadelphia lead. The Dodgers cut the deficit to 4-1 in the bottom of the 6th when Teoscar Hernandez doubled and scored on Will Smith's groundout. They put 2 on with 1 out in the 7th, but Phillies all-star left-hander Matt Strum struck out pinch hitter Austin Barnes and got Shohei Ohtani to fly out to right. Hernandez's 25th homer of the season, a 424-foot shot to center off right-hander Jeff Hoffman in the 8th, pulled the Dodgers to within 4-2. But Sosa and Schwarber hit back-to-back solo homers off Honeywell in the 9th for a 6-2 lead. Kershaw had a solid season debut against San Francisco on July 25, giving up 2 runs and 6 hits, striking out 6 and walking 2 in 4 innings of a 6-4 win, but he regressed badly in his second start at San Diego on July 31, giving up 7 runs, 3 earned, and 6 hits in 3 1/3 innings of an 8-1 loss. Kershaw failed to record a strikeout for the first time in his 424 regular season starts over 17 years. He averaged less than 90 miles per hour on his fastball, a drop from his season debut, and induced only 2 swinging strikes on the 41 pitches the Padres swung at. The first one, I thought, was really good, the stuff was crisp, sharp, Roberts said before the game. The second one, not as crisp across the board. The third one, against one of baseball's best lineups, erased the sour taste of the second one from Kershaw's mouth and was much better than the first, Kershaw facing the minimum 9 batters through 3 innings and yielding only a broken bat single to Austin Hayes, who was thrown out at second base to end the third. Kershaw gave up 1-out singles to Tree Turner and Harper to put runners on first and third in the 4th, but escaped the jam by striking out Boehm with a 74 miles per hour curve in the dirt and getting Realmuto to ground out to third. The Phillies created more traffic in the 5th when Hayes doubled to left with 1 out and Marsh was hit by a pitch. Kershaw won a 9-pitch duel with Sosa, striking out the second baseman with an 83 miles per hour split changeup. But Schwarber, who struck out in his first 2 at-bats, lofted a full-count slider that dropped in front of center fielder Kevin Kiermaier for a single and a 1-0 Phillies lead. Right-hander Joe Kelly replaced Kershaw and got Turner to fly out to center. Kershaw threw 81 pitches, 55 for strikes, and induced 10 swinging strikes. His four-seam fastball averaged 90.4 miles per hour, and he did a better job of mixing his 86.2 mph sliders and 73.1 mph curves. As a competitor, you want to be great, you want to be perfect, every time out, but I just don't think that's a realistic expectation, Roberts said. Let's just try to build on the positives from each outing and keep on building.